Saxon.
It's okay. It's Saxena, and I told you before, but my name has just been mispronounced my whole life. I can't even pronounce my name like it's supposed to be pronounced. It's Saxena, I think. But guys, thank you. All the comics tonight. Oh, thanks everybody, man. Oh, you know, I'm sad that Cindy wasn't able to be here tonight. I heard she was sick, and I'm very sorry about that. It's kind of a coincidence because I was sick yesterday, even though I'm very healthy. I had food poisoning. All right, it's not good. I'm just going about my day, eating poison, and lo and behold, food poisoning, right? Okay, guys, I know, that was a bad one, but here's a good one, real clever. I was gonna bring, speaking of food, my pumpkins and watermelons and tonight to smash on stage for you all, but Cindy asked for a clean show. So I'm not going to make a literal mess, just a metaphorical one with these bad jokes. Guys, I'm a recovering matador. You know about matadors, right? Recovering, but I still sort of invoke some of the same like stomping and anger and slobbering and spitting, even though I'm not doing it anymore. I don't do it to the bulls anymore, but I'm doing it to humans. You know, I don't have a little red flag anymore, I just wear Crocs. People hate them, right? I mean, these are like the Creed or Nickelback of footwear, I've got to say. I know we got large age groups in the audience, so it has about a different reference. It's like the Yoko Ono of footwear, right? Some of the older Americans in the audience, it's kind of like the King George III of footwear. You know, I know you guys were around to hate that artist, some of you. He made the British flag. Guys, it's spooky times. I'm going to tell you a spooky story. Because, right, we're in Halloween times. I shall not exist. Ooh, I shouldn't even be here. Because my parents are both gay. But it's just that I came out before they did. You know, I came out of my mom before. You know, my mom tells me, she says, it would be much easier to be gay now, you know, and I understand that. It was hard for her. But she makes me feel like a little bigoted, because I'm like, Mom, why am I grateful that society was less sensitive and supportive when you were born? Like, I support gay rights, guys. I support gay rights now, in the future, and in the past. I know about Stonewall. I support it, just maybe not for my parents, because otherwise I wouldn't be here. I know that's selfish and bad, and I don't want to sound like a bigot, so let's move on. My mom, you know, 35 years ago, when her water broke, different time, very different time. When her water broke, she called the plumber. Yeah, but now she has to use an app. Such a different time where we live in, right? Guys, healthcare. What about healthcare? It's terrible in this country, right? Cost you an arm and a leg, right, Ron? Yeah. I've got a way to con the system, okay? I've got a way to get healthcare and get paid. You get your psychological examination, your physical, blood work, and they pay you. It costs something, though. It costs arms and legs, but future arms and legs, and torsos and feet and hands, and like full babies. I'm a sperm donor. And so they check my blood, they do all of that to make sure, and they pay me, you know? So there's a little story about that. Moving on from donating sperm. Guys, speaking of things, you guys know what the governmental organization in Canada is called that makes sure food is safe? To make sure, like, your insulin or make sure your drugs you're taking is safe? It's called the FDA. I know. Don't get in your cars and leave because it was such a bad joke, please. Guys, I've been with my partner for 10 years. Right? Thank you. What I like about the word partner is it's mysterious, right? You don't know if I'm a gay man, if I'm married to a woman, if I'm non-binary, if my partner's non-binary. But I'll let you in on what it is. I'm talking about my business partner. So retract the applause if you're one of these people who only likes romantic relationships. This is a business one, right? But I still need your help, everybody, because our business is failing. It's really, really failing. I could use all the support we can get. We specialize in making jokes with no punchlines. Yep, so all the help we can get. Guys, I love to argue. I really love to argue. And one of my favorite subjects to argue about, I'll leave you with this, is nuclear war, okay? I love to argue about nuclear war, whether or not we're all gonna survive as a human race, you know? I mean, are we gonna make it? And I'm optimistic. I think we're gonna survive. I think love will find a way. And I also love winning arguments, which is good in this case because if I lose, who's gonna be around to tell me? It's nuclear war. Guys, thank you guys. I'll leave you with this. There's only two kinds of people in the world, and that's thinkers and brain havers, and I think I have a brain. You're welcome and good morning. Get ready for your next comment. Thank you, Rick.
All right, give it up one more time for Andrew Saxony, if I'm saying it right.
No, it's not.